After the study of the source of energy, I will move towards the next portion, which is the propagation of the energy through the atmosphere. Why it is necessary to study? Because when we took the photo from air or the space, there is an atmospheric layer over the Earth's surface, and when energy propagates through that atmosphere, then different interactions were taken place with the atmospheric components. When we look at the composition of the atmosphere, three important components that we have to consider: dust particles, gases, and water vapors. So energy interact with the dust particles, water vapors, and gas molecules, and different kind of the scattering is taken place. So for better understanding of the image, we have to know what kind of the scattering is there. Scattering is totally depend upon the diameter of the molecule or the particle and the wavelength. Wavelength is nothing but the distance between two successive troughs or two successive crests. Here, Rayleigh type of the scattering is occur when there is the smallest gas particle and wavelength is more. Then, in such a case, scattering is occur and skies appear blue. There is a scattering of the blue color into the sky, and that's why most of the time sky appear blue because of Rayleigh type of the scattering. Then, second type of the scattering is the Mie scattering. In case of the Mie type of the scattering, when we look at the ratio between the diameter of the particle and the wavelength, then it is to certain extent equal, and that's why scattering is taken place. And in case of the non-selective scattering, when we look at the diameter of the particle and wavelength, diameter is a little bit bigger as compared to the wavelength, then such a scattering is known as a non-selective scattering. In case of the Mie scattering and non-selective scattering, sky generally appears red during the sunset and sunrise. When we took the images from the satellite, generally we avoid blue band. Why? Because of the Rayleigh type of the scattering, sky appear blue, and in order to avoid that blue color into a satellite image, we use green, red, and infrared bands. Then, after the propagation of the energy through the atmosphere, when energy interact with the Earth's surface or the matter on the Earth, there are also different reactions. That reactions we are also taken into consideration in order to understand what kind of the object is there on the ground surface when we interpret the satellite image. Here, diagram interpreted the details. When incident energy strike the object on the Earth's surface, then three important processes that we have to consider: absorption, transmitted radiation, and reflected radiation. The first one is the absorbed radiation, means incident energy to certain extent absorbed in the object. Then portion of the energy is transmitted through the object, then it is nothing but the transmitted radiation. And portion of the incident radiation is reflected back after striking over the object on the Earth's surface, that is nothing but the reflected radiation. So here, when the proportion of the absorbed radiation is more, then such kind of the objects will appear black in satellite image or aerial photograph, because most of the energy is absorbed by that particular object and nothing is reflected, or very little portion of the energy is reflected towards the sensor. That's why sensor is unable to catch the energy and it appear black in color in the satellite image or aerial photograph. Due to the transmission, generally the river with the shallow bed where transmitted the radiation, and due to that object is appear slightly shifted. It is because of the refraction. Then reflected radiation. Due to the reflected radiation, most of the energy were received by the sensor and it appears in lighter shade. So when there is a maximum absorption, generally the moisture load on soil is absorbed maximum solar energy. That's why it appear black in color in satellite image and aerial photograph. And reflected radiation is absorbed more in case of the sheet of the ice. That's why it appear white in color in case of the aerial photograph or satellite image. This diagram explains detailed process of the remote sensing. Here is the sun. We use incident energy for capturing the images. Then energy propagate through the atmosphere. In atmosphere, various particles are there. Different kind of the interactions were taken place in the atmosphere also. A reflection, scattering, and absorption phenomena is also there. Our focus is over the scattering phenomena in the atmosphere. And after the propagation of the energy through the atmosphere, it strike over the Earth surface, and Earth surface has different object and different kind of the interactions were taken place with that objects, and energy which is reflected from the objects were captured by that sensor, and accordingly the image is prepared. So we have bare soil, we have grass, water surfaces, different kind of the interaction were taken place with the different objects that we have to consider when we study the remote sensing. So for the remote sensing purpose, atmospheric windows also plays very important role. So here what is meant by the atmospheric window? It is the specific wavelength ranges in which atmosphere is transparent are called atmospheric window. So this is the atmospheric window for optical remote sensing, which is ranges from zero point 0.4 micrometer to zero point 0.7 micrometer. Or sometime for the capturing of satellite images, we use infrared band. It also became an atmospheric window for the optical remote sensing. This diagram represents the absorptions in the different gases. We use the window where there is a less absorption. How the interaction of the energy is taken place with the plant leaf. With the help of that, we understand different interaction with the different object. Incoming incidence radiation contain four important bands: blue, green, red, and infrared bands. And when this blue, green, red, infrared band strike over the leaf of the plant, then blue and red band is absorbed by the plant leaf, and only green and infrared band reflected back from the leaf of the plant, and that's why that leaf appear green in color for our naked eyes. So same thing was happen in case of the camera. It is also recorded as a green because remaining two bands were absorbed and only two bands were reflected from the plant leaf. In reflection, green is also there and infrared band is also there. And for the satellite imagery, that infrared band plays very important role to identify the vegetation cover over the earth's surface. And for our naked eyes, we only see the green band. That's why most of the plants or vegetations, they will appear green in color. So most important thing that we have to take on into consideration is that color is not in the object, it is in the solar radiation. Even when we see the color with the naked eye, that colors are not of that object. The fiber quality of that object is such that they reflect the specific bands, and that specific bands enter into our eyes and we see that color.